Welcome back everyone to another video on the Karting Tips channel, and today we're going to be demonstrating how a simple arrive and drive session at your go-kart track can be a load of fun and how enthralling and engrossing it can be. And in the background it's some onboard footage from yesterday's practice sessions. It was a fine Saturday evening, myself and Thomas just going out on the track for some weekly practice, and it was unexpected that this race would turn out to be so competitive. So this session was at the Villaggio Go Karting circuit, and they have a fleet of electric go-karts, the Sodi RTX go-karts. And Thomas is in number 20 just in front, I'm in kart number 19, and fortunately both of the karts were evenly matched on pace, so there was absolutely nothing between us in terms of the lap times. But now we're just focusing and trying to replicate almost a race mode simulation. I'm the one on the attack, Thomas once again, like in the previous video that we posted a few months ago, is on the defense. And you know the track layout at Villaggio is tight and twisty, and especially when both drivers are on equal pace and they know the lines, it is quite difficult for the driver behind to plot an overtaking move. And we covered that in full detail in obviously the defending in go-karting video, where Thomas did a stellar job despite having a slower go-kart that was. But this time I was determined to give it another shot, to give it another attempt, and really try and find a way past Thomas. But you'll find that throughout the course of this race, although I do get close, some of the overtaking opportunities from that last video no longer exist. For example, as we go through the second hairpin corner, just at the exit part, and he maintains that gap nicely through this next section, the right-left, so I don't get a chance to overtake him maybe on the exit, heading into this left-hand turn. So it's all about being strategic once again, and especially when it's about the long game. This is the early phases of the race. You don't want to overcommit, you don't want to be bumping into the back of the driver if you're unable to pass him. You've got to use this phase of the race to suss out where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are to the driver you're trying to overtake, and plot your move strategically. Now you have the advantage because you're behind and you can gather all of that data. For example, if you put yourself in Thomas's shoes, then he can't be looking back all the time. He doesn't have a display or some kind of rear view mirror where he can keep track of where he's gaining or losing time. So really use this to your advantage and try and set up a surprise attack where he may least expect it. So going back to our onboard footage now, we're catching up to a backmarker, the driver in kart number 6, and I'll tell you what, he does stick to the line, so he's going to give us a hard time, and we're really going to have to fight him to try and get past. You can see he's defending the inside line, and we're getting bumper to bumper, nearly colliding into the back of Thomas there and actually losing a few tenths of a second. It's important though, you want to try and maximize this time behind the back marker in case Thomas gets held up. This could be an opportunity for me to pass. I try and look to the inside over here. Thomas cuts that off, but it seems I'll just have to yield for the time being. But it's always important to be attentive, and if any space opens up, just pounce on that. And you can see we try and go down the inside, heading into the second hairpin turn. There was a bit of a gap that opened up there, but Thomas slams the door shut. Once again, he knows that we are close behind, but he's also trying to get past the driver in kart number 6. And we've been held up for a couple of laps now. He's doing a good job of holding us up, number 6. But perhaps on this lap, he's going to leave a bit of a gap on the inside. So just follow Thomas through over here. As you can see, Thomas dictating that overtaking move there. And because you're the driver behind, follow him through, don't get held up. But ultimately, I was hoping that Thomas could have held up that back marker to my liking, so I could have maybe snuck through. But it wasn't meant to be that time round, so now it's just going to be a straight up dogfight to the finish. You can see I'm bumper to bumper with Thomas over here. And one thing you're not going to get from Thomas is a lot of mistakes. He is very consistent. He knows all the breaking points. He knows the lines, and more specifically, he knows the defensive lines to take. We're getting quite close on this lap, and in fact, there's a bit of contact just on the exit of that corner, so I'm just putting my hand up to apologize for that. But a bump here or there, which is not deliberate, is not a problem at all. So we're halfway through the session and we're still nip and tuck. There's absolutely nothing between us. Thomas still leads. I'm in second, still searching for that overtaking opportunity. And it seems through this second half of the lap, there's really no chance for me to make a move. Thomas is defending the inside line, and I don't want to just ram into the back of him. So the best opportunity for me will be through the first part of the lap. We get a nice run through this sweeping left-hand turn, So I'm going to go a bit wider now for this first hairpin corner, brake late, carry the speed, and try and go down the inside over here, but the space just closes on entry of the corner. So that got me thinking I can potentially overtake him at the exit part of that first hairpin turn, but it's going to be something quite audacious, something quite different. That's not normally an overtaking spot on this track, but again, we're learning different things in the moment of this race, and we're just adapting to it. So it's all about trying to go wide through this first hairpin turn. You can see at the inside, he leaves a bit of a gap just before he starts to prepare to turn in for the second hairpin turn. So it's all about staying close then at the exit part of the lap through this final sector, being mighty close, heading into that hairpin turn. As you can see over here, we're trying to set up some kind of a move. And if we can just take a wider line heading into this first hairpin turn, and we try and just send it down the inside just over here. But it didn't work that time round. That was not well executed on my behalf, and you can see a bit of a shake of the head. Because you know what, time is running out now. There's only so many opportunities that you can get. This is a 10-minute arrive and drive session. It's a short sprint to the finish. So by losing these chances to overtake, I'm blowing my chances, and the likelihood is I'm just going to be stuck behind in second place. But it's more important now than ever to flip that mentality, recompose, dust yourself off. You're still well within striking distance of making this overtake. It's just a matter of keeping level-headed and picking that opportunity. Always stay prepared though, always stay close behind. And that is our objective through this end part of the session, with only about 1.5 minutes in overall time to go then. But what's made the race so fun so far is that we're pushing each other right to the limit, leaving it all out on the racetrack there. And the fact that we've been driving bumper to bumper, and even at times wheel to wheel, just shows you how fun go-karting is, where you're pushing each other right to the limit of hard but fair racing. But this is it now, we have to throw everything at this penultimate lap. We're closer than ever as we approach the sweeping left-hand turn. My focus is now to go to the outside edge over here, brake late. Forget about apexing, just send it down the inside, because that space does open up there, and we make the move stick through there. And that was a great job, but now I have to focus on defending and actually on exit. I've gone a bit wide, I might have left the door open there, and you can see Thomas doesn't need a second invite. He barges his way through there. Fair racing there, a bad mistake, a critical mistake, and he took me straight back there. Didn't need a second invite, as we said, and unfortunately that was the race over then. So a very dramatic ending to this session. So just reviewing that last lap move once again, we're approaching the hairpin corner at a wider angle. This allows me to brake later, hence carry more speed, because that's my objective. And as we roll the footage to midway through the turn now, you can see this pocket of space may potentially open up. And Thomas doesn't defend that, so as we go towards the second hairpin corner, that space does open up, and I just want to commit my kart over here, fully send it down the inside over here. Get your elbows out, these are arrive and drive go-karts, but now Thomas is going to stay on the left-hand side, so I need to go deep into this corner to box off the overtake. But that compromises me now for this left-hand turn. You can see the radius is so tight, so I get compromised. I make a mistake actually by carrying too much speed, hence going wide on exit, and now Thomas is already at the inside line over here. He's put his nose there, he's committing for the move, gets his elbows out too over there. I try and fight him on exit, but it's just impossible. As you can see, I get run out. So the moral of this race was, it's never over until it's over. And because I did all the hard work to get the overtake done, but then equally you've got to defend your position, and that's where I made that rookie mistake and let him back through. But hey, that's what practice sessions are for. You're always learning something new to improve upon. Ultimately, all of this action was packed in a 10-minute arrive and drive session at our local go-kart track, and that's the point we're trying to get across. This is the most simple recipe to have a load of fun at your go-kart track in an arrive and drive session. And with that guys, I hope you did enjoy today's video. Let me know if you have any favorite moments of any arrive and drive races that you've done. I'd be fascinated to find out. And if you did enjoy this video, then I'm sure you know exactly what to do. But until the next video guys, keep karting and carry on.